What's up, guys? Long time no see. Unless you're new here, then you haven't seen me before, but for those of you subscribed, long time no see. Sorry I've been absent lately. In this video I'm going to teach you how to play Piece by Piece by Clarkson, and it's in half step down tuning. So go ahead and tune your guitar first and then follow along with the tabs, or do it with the cover or skip the cover. You know how these videos work. All I remember is your back, walking towards the airport, leaving us all in your past. I traveled 1,500 miles to see you. Begged you to want me, but you didn't want to. It isn't free, it has to be earned. Back then I didn't have anything you needed, so I was worthless. But piece by piece you collected me off the ground where you abandoned things, and piece by piece you filled the holes that you burned in. Walks away, he never asks for money, he takes care of me, he loves me. Piece by piece he restored my faith, that a man can be kind and a father could stay. He'll never walk away, he'll never break her heart, he'll take care of things, he'll love her. Piece by piece he restored my faith, that a man can be kind and a father should be great. We're going to start with the rhythm guitar, and before we get into any chords, we're going to start with that very beginning in the intro with the harmonics. It sounds like this. If you don't know what harmonics are, I don't really know how to explain them. I just know that in this case, you're going to play them on the 7th fret of the B and the G strings. So all you have to do is lightly touch. You don't need to press down. Just over the 7th fret of the B string, kind of close to the fret just before the 8th, and you just lightly touch that and pluck the string. It should create a high-pitched noise. So you don't want to push it down so it sounds like this, you just want to lightly touch it. And then you can do the same thing on the G string, and you're going to do it twice. So again, over that 7th fret. And you just do that whole thing twice, so I don't know if you can see it here. So again, barely touching it. So the chords for the rhythm part of the song are going to be a D major, that's open D, 2nd fret G, 3rd fret B, and 2nd fret high E string, a D suspended 2nd, and those are the same fretting positions, but you just take your middle finger off of the 2nd fret of the high E string and leave it open. So D, D suspended 2nd. And you're also going to use a B minor, which is the 2nd fret A, 4th fret D and G, 3rd fret B, and 2nd fret high E string. Then you're going to use a G chord, 3rd fret E, 2nd fret A, open D, open G, 3rd fret B, 3rd fret high E. You're going to use an A major chord, open A, 2nd fret D, G, and B strings. Those are the chords you're going to be using for the rhythm. And all I remember is your back, walking toward the airport, leaving us all in So from the beginning, you're just going to strum down on that B minor chord. And again, this is after the harmonics. Strum down on B minor and you're going to let it ring out. It's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so let it ring out for 3 counts. And once you get to the 4th count, you're going to go down, down, up. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then you're going to switch to the G chord. And all of these are going to be down strums with the exception of the last strum before you switch to the next chord. So with G, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So. And then you switch to the D suspended 2nd chord. Now the strumming pattern for the D suspended 2nd chord and the D major chord goes like so. So you do those two twice. But the strumming pattern for the D suspended 2nd starting is going to be down, up, and then you're going to put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the high E string, and then you're going to strum down, up, down, up, down, down, up, and then repeat. So I'll play it a little bit slower. So that first part all together. Now the next part uses the same chords, so B minor, G, D suspended 2nd, and D. But with the B minor chord to start, you can do the same down strums that you did with the G chord. So it's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So again, all down strums with the exception of the last one. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and switch to G. And then D suspended 2nd and then D. So like I said, same chords, it's pretty simple. I'll do it a little bit slower this time. Both parts together. And all I remember is your back, walking towards the airport, leaving us all in your past. Now the next part switches the chords a little bit. So now we're going to introduce the A major chord, and then we're going to go to a B minor, and then a G, and we're going to repeat that twice. It's going to sound like this. But your love, it isn't free, it has to be earned. Back then I didn't have anything you needed, so I was worthless. with that A major chord, all I do is bar the 2nd fret of the D, G, and B strings, and I'm going to leave the A open. And it's going to be the same strumming pattern that we did with the B minor and the G and the last part I taught you. So, and then you switch to the B minor, same strumming pattern. Then you go to the G, and you do that one for 2 measures. Repeat it one more time. Now this time, when you get to the G, it's a little bit different. You're going to do 1 measure of the G, and then instead of strumming it again the 2nd measure, you're just going to do 1 down strum. So it's going to go. So with that first down strum of the next measure, you're going to hold it for 2 counts. So 1 and 2 and when you get to 3, you're going to start doing down strums again. 3 and 4 and. So you finish off the down, 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 up strums before leading to the chorus. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And you go into the chorus. So now I'm going to play everything you've learned up until now at regular speed. And all I remember is your back, walking towards the airport, leaving us all in your past. I'll travel 1,500 miles to see you. I begged you to want me, but you didn't want to. Then you go into the chorus. Now the chorus uses the chords D major, A major, B minor, and then G. And you're going to do the same strumming pattern that you did before, all those down strums, with the last strum being down up, and you're going to do it twice for each chord. And it's going to sound like this, so as if I'm ending on that verse. But piece by piece you collected me off the ground when you abandoned things. And piece by piece you filled the holes that you burned in me. 6 years old and no, he never walks away. He never asks for money. He takes care of me 'cause he loves me. And piece by piece he restored my faith that man could be kind, Father could stay. So again, we're going to use the chords D major, A major, B minor, and G. And all of them are going to be held for 2 measures each, and they're all going to have the down strum pattern. So it's just down, 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 up. So I'll do it a little bit slower, starting with the D chord. A. Switch to B minor. And then go to G. And then you just repeat that one more time. And that's how you play both parts for the rhythm guitar. So that's the verse and the chorus. And you just repeat them throughout the song. Alright, so now that you've learned the rhythm part of the song, if you want to learn the lead, I'm going to show you how to do that here. So we're going to use the same chords, they're just higher up on the fretboard. Same chords as the rhythm guitar. So you start with D, and that's going to be bar the 7th fret of the D, G, and B string. And then you're going to put your pinky over here on the 10th fret of the high E string. That's going to be your D chord. And then you've got the B minor, so keep barring the 7th fret of the D, G, and B strings, but you're going to move your ring finger and put it up here on the 9th fret of the D string. And you're not going to let that high E string ring out. Everything else is muted. And then you're also going to use a variation of a G chord and keep that same positioning for the B minor. All you got to do is put your middle finger on the 8th fret of the B string and put your pinky back on the 10th fret of the high E string. So So that's going to be your G chord. And then we're also going to use a variation of an A major, which is just the 7th fret of the D string, 9th fret of the G string, and 10th fret of the B string. And then we're going to use another variation of a B chord and keep that same positioning for the A and just move it up 2 frets each for each finger. So 9th fret D, 11th fret G, and 12th fret B. So again, D, B minor, G, A, B. Those are the chords you're going to use. So the lead part of the intro that's played behind the harmonic and the rhythm, as that's playing, the lead is going to play this. So it's the same strumming pattern as you did with the rhythm chords. It's going to be down, 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 up. So you just play that variation of the D chord twice. And then we're going to go into the verse, which uses, again, the same chords as the rhythm. We're just going to use the variations that I showed you. So you start with the B minor chord, and it's going to be all those down strums. Switch to the G. And then switch to the D. There's no D suspended second in this variation, so all you have to do is pull your middle finger off the 8th fret of the B and your ring finger off the 9th fret of the D string, and you're just going to strum this variation of the D chord like the rhythm does. So it's going to go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. So all together. And all I remember is your back, walking towards the airport, leaving us all in your past. So again, you just repeat this. Now the next part changes up a little bit because we're going to start using that A major chord, or at least that variation of it. So again, it's the 7th fret of the D string, 9th fret G, 10th fret B. And in this case, you can also strum the open A. Gets that octave in there. So starting with the A chord, all those down strums. Then you're going to move up to the B, and again that's just 2 frets higher for each string. It's going to be the 9th fret D, 11th fret G, 12th fret B, and again down strums. And you're going to switch to the G. This one might be the most difficult because you just have to get used to the positioning of it. Muscle memory needs to kick in for that one. So again, that's going to be the 9th fret of the D string, 7th fret G, 8th fret B, and 10th fret high E string. And you're going to hold this one for 2 measures. So all together so far. And then you're going to repeat it one more time. But when you get to the G, you're going to again, on the second measure, let it ring out just like the rhythm does. So it's going to go 1 measure of all the down strums. Strum down on the second measure and let it ring out and go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so. Before going into the chorus. So everything you've learned for the lead up until this point. And all I remember is your back, walking towards the airport, leaving us all in your past. I traveled 1,500 miles to see you. Begged you to want me, but you didn't want to. Then you go into the chorus. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The chorus is played with the same chords in the variations I showed you for the lead part as in the rhythm. And it's going to use the same strumming pattern too. So D, A, B minor, and G are all going to be held for 2 measures, and they're all going to consist of those down strums. So, but piece by piece he collected me up off the ground where you abandoned things, and piece by piece he filled the holes that you burned in me. At 6 years old, and you know he never walks away, he never asks for money, he takes care of me, 'cause he loves me. And piece by piece he restored my faith that a man could be kind and a father could stay. So D for 2 measures. Switch to A. Again, 2 measures. Then switch to B minor. And then G. And then you just repeat that one more time. And that's how you play the lead portion for both the verse and the chorus. Alright guys, and that does it for this lesson. If you watched the cover at the beginning, during the bridge, I played some power chords. I put the tabs up at the beginning, for those of you that didn't watch it. I just figured it'd be easy to learn because power chords are very simple since they're the same shape. So just do the power chords in the same order as the regular chords and it'll sound the same, or you don't even have to play it like that, just play the regular chords. Either way works. For those of you that are subscribed and have been waiting a month for another video, I apologize for the wait. I've been really busy with work, and I know I keep saying this, but it's tough. I'm going to keep trying to post more videos on a weekly basis like I did before, but bear with me if they don't come up as soon as you'd like them to. I haven't given up on this channel. And as always, thank you for watching. Leave your requests, comments, questions, anything like that in the comment box down below, and I will respond to them promptly.